Welcome to Order Militaris Radio TV, and we are lifelong Catholics, and what we do is all for free, and for our love of Jesus Christ, and for our Holy Mother, the Church. We'll defend our Holy Mother, the Church. You've asked for it, and so we are delivering it. Part 2 on MAGA, and we have Brother Alexis Bonello with us.
And Make America Great Again, the chant of Donald Trump. And this program is inspired by a tip that I got from a friend who went to college 35 years ago in Dublin. And after thinking about it a day, I realized my professor in Shakespeare said the same thing. So we're going to talk about Macbeth, one of the most famous Shakespearean plays. And AJ, maybe you can, since it's your favorite, one of your favorite plays, maybe you can tell people a little bit about Macbeth and the plot, and then we'll move on to what we want to talk about in the play.
So, in Macbeth, we have Macbeth and his wife, who is put into power by witchcraft. And at the beginning, when they get done with the battle, Macbeth and his friend are summoned over to where the witches are, and they give little sort of prophecies on what's going to happen. And right at the beginning, the witches haven't met, but they talk about when we meet again, and they repeat it.
So this is the famous Shakespearean play about the rivalry for the throne of Scotland, I think. And it's a tragedy. Macbeth gets undone by his regicide. He murders the king while he visiting at home, if I remember well. But the opening phrase, the three witches say, when shall we three meet again? In thunder, lightning, or rain? Okay, so they're not speaking iambic pentameter like most Shakespearean characters, they're speaking in rhyme. And Shakespeare does that to emphasize. And this opening scene has 13 lines to it, so there's that other kind of thing. And the historical context is there was all the rage of fascination about witches in the 16th and 17th centuries. In the United States, we had the Salem witch trials. Everyone was spooked by witches and what it was about. And this is because the Protestants, having separated themselves from the church, no longer had exorcists, so the power to drive out devils. So witchcraft just exploded. Not to saying it wasn't around in the Middle Ages. So a tipster of mine said, you know, when I was at the University of Dublin 35 years ago, my professor said that phrase, when shall we three meet again, is an incantation because of the addition of the word again. The witches have just begun their meeting and they're already talking about meeting again. So this sparked my curiosity, and we have assembled some research for you to lay out the facts so you can draw the conclusions. So again, what does the word again mean?
Is an old English word. And let me go to the website here. Late Old English, again, A-G-A-N. From the earlier again, toward, opposite, against, contrary to, in exchange for.
Mm-hmm. So it used to be an adverb, and its meaning today is taken by the English word against. Okay, so when the witches say, when shall we three meet again, they're not just talking meeting a second time, they're talking about meeting on the other side of the whole conflict. After having convinced Macbeth to murder the king, they appear again. Okay, so they're talking on the other side of the whole conflict. And this is a key phrase. So we already talked on our last video, Make America Great Again, the phrase make America great. And I'll add a little fact that another tipster from Italy told me that in 1927, one of the first English language newsreels out of Italy featured Mussolini talking in English. And Mussolini in that phrase said that he's behind the workers of America who are making America great. Okay, and Mussolini was a definite Freemason ally. So a little historic note to that. So is Make America Great Again an incantation? Because it has this word again in it? Let's look at that. First, what is an incantation, AJ?
So, incantation. Let's see it. Where are my notes on here? Okay. An incantation, a spell, a charm, an enchantment, or bewitchery is a magical formula intended to trigger a magical effect on a person or objects. The formula can be spoken, sung, or chanted. An incantation can also be formed during ceremonial rituals or prayers.
Now, at Trump rallies, Make America Great Again was said over and over, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
It was chanted.
Yep.
And I also looked up the old meaning of the English word make. Make is also a word of enchantment, sorcery, because make means to bring into being, to call into existence. And that's what an incantation can do, especially if it's a conjuring. So this is all very suspicious. But there's more to this. There's more to this. America. What most people think of America as the United States, but that word has a meaning too, doesn't it, AJ?
Yeah. So, the man who gave this continent its name, America, who is
Amerigo Vespucci.
And the German word for America, Emmerich. And that means.
Let's see, Amerigo is medieval for Emmerich. Yeah.
Yep. And so that means world leader.
Now that's just coincidence, but Donald Trump's first name, Donald, what does that mean in Scottish and Gaelic?
World leader. World ruler.
So it's identical. It's both the same meaning. Okay, so this is one thing that people might have a hard time understanding, that words have meanings, and words that have the same meanings are synonyms. So when you say make America great, you're also saying make Donald great. Okay, because it's the same meaning. So you can see why he took this phrase, might have taken this phrase. And then if you're repeating it like a chant, but there's even more to this.
Yeah.
If you say MAGA 3 times, we're going to talk about the acronym now, MAGA, 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 MAGA. You know, you wear it on your forehead like Make America Great. Trump wanted people to wear it on their forehead. Where do we get that in the Bible from? The number of the beast on the forehead.
Yeah. So what are those numbers for MAGA?
So I went to an ASCII calculator. I took the acronym MAGA and I wrote it out 3 times and I added it together and I get a number equal to the following: 666 plus 66 plus 66 plus 33 plus 3. Now I'm just going to use biblical and Masonic numerology here. 666 is the Antichrist. 66 is the Masonic symbol for the alliance of Masons with the fallen angels. 33 is the fallen angels, and 3 is the number of the unholy trinity in the apocalypse: Satan, the false prophet, and the Antichrist. So MAGA 3 times is a highly symbolic meaning, and it's total in which So, AJ,
Yeah.
what do you think this incantation can be about? Is that something about Norman Peale?
Yeah, so in our program, What is Donald Trump's Religion? We told you about a guy, Norman Peale, and it is religion of positive thinking, where he has you say an incantation 30 times when you wake up, when you do something. And and that is what they do at what they call his church.
Mhm. So positive thinking, like you wake up and you say, I'm going to be president someday. I'm going to be president someday. I'm going to be president. And a lot of people are into this. Norman Peale was very influential, and most people don't know that is the religion of Donald Trump. That's a historic fact. You can see our show on that. AJ will put a link in there. So one possible meaning is he wants people to say this because that's his religion.
Mhm.
It's just positive thinking. It's not necessarily satanic. But if we look at the satanic meaning of it, make America great again, if we're going to take America in the sense of the country, well, again, is on the other side of. Well, on the other side of what? You're going to make America great on the other side of, well, the Great Reset. I think that's the obvious meaning of it. And how are you going to make America great on the other side of the Great Reset? You're going to destroy America and kill off people with the death vax, or turn them into zombies with all the technology that comes with the death vax. So that makes perfect sense. Or it just simply means make Donald Trump great, make him the ruler of the world.
Now, when you asked me to research all that about Macbeth and stuff, so I went looking just to see what sources William Shakespeare used to help write the play. I stumbled upon my Protestant cousin King James I's book on demonology. It took me a while to figure out what he was saying because it's in old Shakespearean type English. And the first, no, and I started with the second book, chapter 2, where it talks about how there are the main witch or main master sorcerer. Then then there are the others that are below it. When the first witch begins to incantation, they get the others down below it to repeat it. They learn from the master. And in the first book, chapter 1, you learn about the incantations and everything and how they literally open you up, and that, as Father Morse and all the other great exorcists said, it is literally putting an open house sign on your heart and soul saying, hey, I'm open for you. Come in.
And that's a sign for demons. So this phrase "make America great again" can have a satanic, diabolic, or incantational kind of witchcraft meaning, and you shouldn't go around repeating it. You shouldn't wear it on your forehead, and you should stop using the word MAGA. Stop it completely. There is nothing about this that is Christian. And it's highly suspicious. And I guess we'll leave it at that. Let you make your own decisions.
Yeah. Yeah. So this is our second program on MAGA. What is really behind it and everything. So please like and share this program, and we have others, getting lined up. So stay tuned. This is Order Militarist Radio TV signing off. Day is full.
There's well.